Yes, it is all electric weed whacker in my hand, and I know it is a little unusual for you guys to see this because normally we talk about electric cars. But there's a reason why I named this channel E for Electric, because I wanted to talk about everything that's electric, that's replacing everything that's gas powered, and this is one of those things. You probably noticed that my EGO all-electric lawnmower, which I already did a video about, check it out on my channel. Another great example of how we can replace gas-powered stuff in our lives, like cars and lawnmowers and weed whackers, with all-electric one. And you know, I gotta tell you, when I saw my neighbor's gardener using one, oh my God, it made a lot of noise. He had to wear earplugs just not to go deaf doing this all day. Had to wear a mask because obviously gas-powered anything really basically poisons you with fumes, and on top of that, it was everything that we hate about gas cars was just basically a weed whacker version of it. And I thought, okay, let me go and see if my local Home Depot has something that's all electric. There's got to be. So I went there. And they're like, yeah, we do now. This is the first year when we have all electric weed whackers and lawn mowers. So I got both. This company that I really like is called EGO. And I got this one, and you know, it's my first time using all this stuff. And even if you do want to have somebody service your property and have a gardener, you can still buy one for them, and they can still use this instead of using something that's gas powered. Now, this one is actually a little more complicated than a lawnmower, I have to admit. Now, the battery, as you can see here, it's a battery that can be used for this one and for other EGO products, including the lawnmower. It also has a charger. There's a fast charging and there's a slow charging, just like with cars. And it has a cooling technology for the batteries, which I found really, really cool. Now, the great thing about this one, and I kind of read a lot of other reviews about this one, so the string that rotates and cuts everything, kind of the whole point, it's a self-loading one. You can literally kind of put it through and then use the button to kind of adjust it, and it will suck it in instead of taking it apart and you have to go and put it on both around the spine. It's crazy. I mean, I'm so glad that I'm just now coming into using this stuff, because I didn't even know how I would do it before this. So it's self-loading. That's probably one of the best features everybody says about this, people who've been using weed whackers for a while. But also, it's made out of carbon fiber. I always confuse those two. But you know, it's light because of that. Now, the heavy parts are at the end, right? The battery and the actual motor over there. So when you put the little handle on, make sure it's right in the middle. And I don't mean like in the middle distance-wise, in the middle where the weight is, right? So balance it out and figure out where it is for you. There's also a little mechanism here that allows you to not accidentally start it. Like right now, it would be a really bad idea because it's really right next to my foot. So you have to push the button first, and I mean, you have to push this lever first, and then press the start button, and then it will work. And you do also have to put the shield on, and so you kind of put a lot of this stuff together. It does come with a wrench, and it doesn't take that much time, but just heads up, you'll probably need about 15 or 20 minutes to do that. Now, the string is already loaded, and I have an extra one as well, but make sure not to suck it in all the way. So make sure it's a correct size. Usually it already comes in the correct size, so you should be fine to go. It's pretty, other than that, it's really easy to use, doesn't make that much noise. Again, I'm a first-time user and I found it really, really easy to use. It's definitely a complementary sort of product to the lawnmower, though I have to say one of my other neighbors did the whole lawn just using this one. And you know, it is a little cheaper than the lawnmower, actually a lot cheaper. And if you kind of on a budget, you can just get away with this one. There's, I think, a little bit more skill to it, obviously. Make sure that the grass is evenly cut in terms of height, where the lawnmower can you just set the height to a certain one and just does the job for you. And just like I said, if you're interested in the lawnmower, there's a video already on my channel. I'm going to link to it in the description of this video. If you want to find out more about this one and just EGO products, because they're all environmentally friendly. There's a link in the description of this video. Check it out. Find out which stores sell those in your area, or maybe online stores as well. I went to Home Depot, so if you have a Home Depot near you, they're probably carrying the EGO products, so go and check it out. There are a few different choices that you have. There's different choices for the batteries and chargers, so all of that stuff, it kind of reminds me of picking out the car. Seriously, like, you got to figure out how long you want your battery last, how fast you want it to charge. Do you have to change the battery? Meaning, like, if you're working on your property for a while, one of the batteries could be charging and another one you're working with. It lasts for almost an hour, depending on the size of the battery, and then it takes only maybe another, 20 to 30 minutes to charge if you're fast charging, and no more than an hour to even charge with a slow charger. Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's kind of weird. Like, I never thought I would enjoy mowing my own and taking care of my grass, but like, I can't wait for my grass to grow again and be able to use this little thing. So strongly recommend, check that out. Also, don't forget to get on our newsletter, the VIP list. This is an exclusive content that we send out to you guys every weekend. Is stories that we don't cover on this channel that are still very, very cool stories. Some of the offers from our sponsors and our partners. So, and it's obviously free. So go to e4electric.com/VIP, get on there. And of course, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. All the behind the scene footage of me mowing this lawn. There were some outtakes and bloopers, so check it out. E4electric is also my handle on Instagram. All right, guys, let's get to work. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.